Hello, fourth grade class. Today, we will be reading The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Fisher. We will be learning about what it means to retell a story. Retelling a story is when you recall the main points of a story using BME, which is beginning, middle, and end. You will be using this graphic organizer to organize your ideas throughout the lesson. Please write your names on your papers and we begin.
I finished first.
Please remain silent during the lesson. Thank you.
You didn't have a date.
Okay, Miss G.
You don't have a date because we finished last.
Mind your business. Teacher, he's not minding his business.
This is The Rainbow Fish by Marcus Fisher. This story. A long way out in the deep blue sea, there lived a fish, not just an ordinary fish, but the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. His scales were every shade of blue and green and purple with sparkling silver scales among them. The other fish were amazed at his beauty. They called him Rainbow Fish. So we're going to pause right here, and I'm going to model retelling the beginning of the story. So you're going to be looking at this first column, and you're going to write in what I say as far as retelling the story. And for the middle and end, I want you guys to also do the same. So for the beginning of the story, we learn about Rainbow Fish having very colorful scales. He was the only one among all the fish with these beautiful scales. So you'll write those in the beginning portions. If you need more space, you can write on the side.
What do I write?
You write down.
Her summary, what she just said.
What is single lines? Like, you just write one word.
You will write what I just said. You'll write about the rainbow fish that we were just introduced in the beginning of the story. So right here on the beginning, you'll write in, the rainbow fish had colorful scales, and he was the only fish with those colorful scales among the sea.
How do you spell scale?
SCALES. Is everyone ready to move on to the middle of the story?
No.
Okay, we wait. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Thumbs up if you're ready. Thumbs up if you're ready. Okay. All right, come on, rainbow fish, they would call. Come on and play with us. But the rainbow fish would just glide past, proud and silent, letting his scales shimmer. The rainbow fish was the most beautiful fish in the sea, but he never played with the other fish. I'm too beautiful to play with them, he thought. Okay, so what do we notice kind of in the middle of the story? What would we want to write?
That the rainbow fish didn't want to play with the other fish because he was too beautiful.
I like that idea. Anyone else want to share?
The rainbow fish was antisocial.
That's a big word for a fourth grader. Good job.
I learned that in high school.
We're going to continue reading. One day, a little blue fish followed after him. Rainbow fish, wait for me. Please give me one of your shiny scales. They're so wonderful and you have so many. What? You want me to give you one of my special scales? Who do you think you are? Cried the rainbow fish. I will never give you any of my special scales. Get away from me! Shocked, the little blue fish swam away. He was so sad and he told all his friends what had happened. From then on, no one would ask the rainbow fish to play anymore. They would turn away wherever he swam by and stop admiring how beautiful his scales are. The rainbow fish noticed and he was being avoided, and he felt that he's no longer admired by the others. What good were these dazzling, shimmering scales with no one to admire them? Now he's the loneliest fish in the entire ocean. Okay, so I know we got some of the ideas of what we could write for the middle, but after reading a little bit more, how could we retell this portion of the story? In addition to the ideas we've already given, how has the story progressed up until now? What are the main points we
The
got?
fish is lonely.
Good. So I want you guys to write in the fish is now feeling lonely. Why is he feeling lonely?
Because he's antisocial.
Maybe he's antisocial. What other things were talked about in the story? I haven't heard much from you, Mr. P.
The rainbow fish, the other fish ignored the rainbow fish because he was mean to the bluefish.
Yes, he was mean to the bluefish. What gave away that he was being mean in the story? Does anyone know?
He had a stinky attitude.
He had a stinky attitude, but what about that word? What was the bluefish coming to the rainbow fish for?
He didn't want to share.
So he didn't want to share. So we can also write that down in our middle column. He didn't want to share, and so the rainbow fish got very lonely because no one wanted to play with him anymore. Thumbs up when you're ready to move on and see what happens next. Yes.
She's being mean to me.
Oh, well, let's see at the end of the story what happens. Maybe we can talk about
I
being
just
mean.
want to get to the end of the story. I want to know what happens. And you'll wait. No, I won't.
That's okay. We can all be patient.
Well, he could write faster, teacher.
Thumbs up when we're all ready. Awesome. Amazing. All right, let's move on.
Teacher, he put pen mark on me. See, that's
Dr. P, am I going to have to remove you?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm just tired. I want to go to.
All
Play
right.
a movie.
I'm
Play the movie.
hungry.
All right,
When
so
is
we
lunchtime?
just left off at the rainbow fish realizing how lonely he is, and now let's see what happens toward the end of the story. Make sure you guys are paying attention because you guys will do this part on your own amongst yourselves. One day he poured out his troubles to the starfish. I really am beautiful. Why doesn't anyone like me? Technical difficulties.
Teacher, I'm hungry.
You keep pausing it.
Thank you, Mr. P. I'm sorry, Rainbow Fish, but I can't answer that for you, said the starfish. But beyond the coral reef is the deep cave. There you will find the wise octopus. Maybe she can tell you. The rainbow fish then went to go find the deep cave. The rainbow fish finally found the deep cave, and it was very dark inside, and he couldn't see anything. Then, suddenly, two eyes caught him in their glare,
I'm scared.
and the octopus emerged from the darkness. "I've been waiting for you," said the octopus with a deep voice. The waves have told me your story. You are unhappy because no one would want to play with you. You feel that the others have wronged you, but it is you who has been wronged. This is my advice. Give a glittering scale to each of the other fish. Then you will no longer be the most beautiful fish in the sea, but you will discover how to be happy. Then the rainbow fish said, I can't! But the octopus had already disappeared into a dark cloud of ink. Give away my scales? My beautiful shining scales? Never! How could I ever be happy without them? Suddenly, he felt a light touch of a fin. The little blue fish was back. Rainbow fish, please don't be angry. I just want one little scale. The rainbow fish wavered. Only one very, very small, shimmery scale. Well, maybe I wouldn't miss just one. Carefully, the rainbow fish pulled out the smallest scale and gave it to the little fish. Thank you, rainbow fish, thank you very much. The little blue fish bubbled playfully as he tucked the shiny scales in among his blue ones. A rather peculiar feeling came over the rainbow fish. For a long time, he watched the little blue fish swing back and forth with his new scale glittering in the water. The little blue fish whizzed through the ocean with his scale flashing. So it didn't take long before the rainbow fish was surrounded by the other fish. Everyone wanted a glittering scale. Me too, rainbow fish. Can I have one too? Said the other fish. The rainbow fish shared his scales left and right, and the more he gave away, the more delighted he became. When the water around him filled with glimmering scales, he at last felt at home among the other fish. In the end, the rainbow fish had only one shining scale left. His most prized possession had been given away, yet he was very happy. Come on, rainbow fish, come and play with us. Here I come, said the rainbow fish. And happy as a splash, he swam off to join his friends. The end. All right, what did we think of the story?
That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. So we're going to go into the end. I want you guys to talk amongst yourselves and talk about we talked about the beginning, we talked about the middle. I want you guys to write down the points after reading some of the story, what you think, how you would retell the story in the end, just amongst yourselves. I will give you guys about a minute to do that.
You should write it.
The rainbow fish shared with the other fish. And then he became happy.
This one person to write it. Because he should write it. He takes it.
I think
really
we all have to write.
We don't have to write it. Why?
Right.
Said so.
But we have to change it. The teacher said.
Do you guys have any questions?
No.
He doesn't want to talk about it with the group.
I already talked about it. I already said
No,
my
he
summary.
didn't.
He didn't.
He
Yes, I
didn't.
did.
Then why don't we share our ideas individually?
Individually, then why share?
Mr. Botany, what do you think? How would you retell the ending of the story?
The rainbow fish shared his skills and then got more friends because of the octopus's help.
Ah, I like the answer.
So I think the octopus should be the main character.
Oh, good ideas. What about you, Miss W?
Well, the rainbow fish was kind, but I'm thinking it's okay to be different than special.
Yeah, you're completely right. That is true. But you know, the rainbow fish was different and special for his whole life until he shared his scales, and everyone became different and special with those glittering scales. So how would you retell the ending of the story?
Why didn't the octopus get a scale?
That's a good question.
Octopuses don't have scales.
He could suck one. He got cooked.
What about you, Mr. P? How would you retell the ending of the story?
Retell it or restate it?
Why do you sound so
Retell.
aggressive? Be kind, be nice.
How would you retell the ending of the story?
The rainbow fish got advice from the octopus, and he decided that he needed to share, and he found that once he shared, he was happy.
What was he sharing?
His scale with the other fish, and
Awesome.
then the other fish became his friend.
Scales.
All right, high fives all around. Good job. Good job.
Can we
Good
go to
job.
lunch now? I'm really hungry.
Miss W, I don't see anything written for the end, and Mr.
She gets an F.
Baggy,
He just wrote on my paper, Miss G.
He's cheating.
it's okay. We all have to be kind and share with one another. It is
Yeah, right.
I don't want to share
He
with
has
you.
an F.
Cheater.
How's that cheat?
all right.
He's looking at my
I'll give
paper.
you both 10 seconds to finish up, and then we will have one volunteer share what they've written from beginning, middle, and end. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Does anyone want to volunteer and read what they have and retell the whole story from beginning all the way to the end?
Please don't, so we can go to lunch. I'm hungry.
She keeps complaining, but she ain't saying nothing. So I'll read it.
Thank you, John.
Rainbow fish. In the beginning, there was the rainbow fish, and he had a lot of colorful scales. He was the most beautiful fish, and he didn't want to share with you. He didn't want to play with the other fish. In the middle, the rainbow fish was lonely because he tried. The blue fish wanted to.
He's faking
Wanted
it.
him to
That's not
share.
what he's doing.
She's cheating.
Wanted
Miss
him.
W, we're just listening to
But
Mr.
he's
P.
cheating.
I'm sorry, Miss W. We're gonna have to
The
just
blue
hear it out.
fish wanted to have a scale, but the rainbow fish didn't want to share, and then the other fish didn't want to play with the rainbow fish. Then at the end, the rainbow fish got advice from the octopus that he should share. So then the rainbow fish shared all his scales with the other fish, and then they were happy and they were friends.
Yay! The end. Good job. So I noticed that some of you guys in the past haven't really understood the difference between beginning, middle, and end of the story.
Sure.
So today we wanted to do this activity to learn more about learning the meaning of our text and being able to differentiate or know the difference between beginning, middle, and end of the story. You guys did amazing. You guys could work on some behavior problems, but amazing. Fourth graders, high fives all around.
See, she's a rainbow fish.
Okay.
The most beautiful fish.
Say bye. Bye.